This broadcast is for April 24, 2026, Japan time. Welcome to Samurai MLB Talk. Thank you very much for watching. This channel is a place where we explore the essence of humanity through the lens of baseball, through the way we watch the game, the spirit behind it, and the philosophy it reflects from a uniquely Japanese perspective. To our viewers in the English-speaking world, I truly hope you'll enjoy this dialogue about human nature as seen through the game of baseball. Your support means more than I can say. If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Part 1, Highlights of Japanese Athletes on April 24, 2026, Japan time. Seiya Suzuki of the Cubs played as the number 4 hitter and right fielder. In the game against the Phillies at Wrigley Field, the team won with a score of 8-7. Suzuki was highly active, recording 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and 1 home run. In the 8th inning, Seiya Suzuki hit a home run for the 3rd consecutive game, finishing the day with 3 hits and 1 RBI. The team eventually won after an extra inning battle. Seiya Suzuki's home run in 3 straight games was a go-ahead blast that temporarily gave the team the lead, making it an extremely valuable hit. After the game, Cubs manager Craig Counsell gave the following comment regarding Suzuki. "He is such an excellent hitter and has a proven track record. It was only a matter of time." It is clear from these words that Counsell has absolute confidence in him, believing it was only a matter of time before Suzuki showed this kind of performance with home runs in 3 consecutive games. Recently, Munetaka Murakami has been drawing attention as a Japanese player, other than Shohei Ohtani, but Seiya Suzuki is now standing out with great performances as if to assert his own presence. The next game is against the Dodgers, where Shohei Ohtani plays. There will also be a matchup against Roki Sasaki. Furthermore, the Cubs' Shota Imanaga is scheduled to start against the Dodgers, so the face-off with Shohei Ohtani will also attract much attention. Seiya Suzuki was set back at the beginning of the season due to an injury during the WBC. But I am truly happy to see that he has finally regained his form for the season. I will continue to keep a close eye on Seiya Suzuki. Masataka Yoshida of the Red Sox played as the number 3 hitter and DH. In the game against the Yankees at Fenway Park, the team lost 2-4, and Yoshida had no hits. In every broadcast, I strongly emphasize that Yoshida must produce results whenever he is given the opportunity to play. To be honest, Yoshida is not trusted by the coaching staff. He is not the type of player who should be in and out of the starting lineup, starting some games and being benched for others. However, at the Red Sox, there is no longer a regular spot for Yoshida. That is exactly why he is required to produce results when given the chance to secure his spot in the next game, so it was a shame that he went hitless this time. Although they were outs, there were no strikeouts, which was a slight positive. In any case, getting a hit or at least getting on base if there are no hits is the bare minimum job for Yoshida. I hope to see a performance typical of Yoshida when he plays in the upcoming games. Part 2, Munetaka Murakami's 1 hit and 3 strikeouts are a good sign. Munetaka Murakami of the White Sox played as the number 2 hitter and first baseman. In the game against the Diamondbacks at Chase Field, the team won 4-1. While Murakami had 1 hit, he also had 3 swinging strikeouts. I believe these swinging strikeouts are necessary failures for his future growth, and he gained a great deal from this game. His first strikeout in the first inning was on a low 82.6 mph slurve, thrown by Mike Soroka of the Diamondbacks. His balance was disrupted, resulting in a swinging strikeout. The third strikeout in the 5th inning was on a high 94.4 mph fastball, also thrown by Soroka. With the afterimage of the 82.6 mph slurve from the previous at-bat remaining, he struck out swinging on the high 94.4 mph fastball. he was caught by Soroka's use of speed variation in those two at-bats. The strikeout in the 7th inning during his 4th at-bat was a swinging strikeout against a 99.4 miles per hour fastball from Justin Martinez. For Murakami, it was a strikeout where he was completely overpowered by pure velocity for the first time. Martinez threw 4 consecutive fastballs to Murakami. The fact that he couldn't hit them back is very frustrating for him. But feeling that frustration means there is a great lesson to be learned. Before moving to MLB, people said, Murakami is weak against fastballs. As if to silence those voices, Murakami has hit 10 home runs so far, including home runs in 5 consecutive games. However, in this game, he struck out swinging against a 99.4 miles per hour fastball. This must have been very regrettable for Murakami. And he likely felt that frustration deeply after the game. I believe he immediately began adjustments and training to hit back a 99.4 miles per hour fastball after the game. That is how much of a competitor Murakami is. That is where he shares something in common with a unicorn. He will do whatever it takes until he can do what he currently cannot. If he can't hit a 99.4 miles per hour fastball, he will train until he can. That is Munetaka Murakami. Some may view the 3 strikeouts as a sign of his weakness, but that is not the case at all. The same can be said for Roki Sasaki of the Dodgers. Failure leads to future success and smiles. I believe this to be true. Players who possess the samurai spirit especially learn and grow from defeat. Even that great international superstar, Shohei Ohtani, did not get the results he wanted during the first 3 of his 6 years with the Angels. He was criticized by the media, and the very existence of his two-way role was denied. While enduring those painful experiences, Ohtani began his journey as a unicorn starting in 2021. Becoming stronger through defeat. Learning much from failure and connecting it to the next success. That is the samurai spirit. Murakami struck out 3 times today, but I believe those were necessary failures for him to become a leading hitter in MLB in the future. Also, although he had 3 strikeouts, he did record 1 hit, which was a ball he drove back when the opposing pitcher aimed for a strike on a 3-ball count. I was impressed that he is permitted by the team to swing on a 3-ball count, and that he successfully got a hit. With today's hit, Murakami has recorded a hit in 6 consecutive games. Following Murakami's 3 strikeouts this time, other teams will likely look at how the Diamondbacks attacked him and use similar strategies. Pitching that utilizes high-low speed variations or pushing him back with 99.4 miles per hour fastballs. I expect every team to attack Murakami in this way. I am watching closely to see how Munetaka Murakami, the next Ohtani, will respond to this intense pressure. Part 3, the light scene beyond Shohei Ohtani's hitless game. Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers played as the number 1 hitter and DH in the game against the Giants at Oracle Park. The team won 3-0. The Dodgers starter, Tyler Glasnow, did a massive job by pitching 8 innings. It was a brilliant performance. Tanner Scott took the mound in the 9th inning, showing stable pitching. And the Dodgers completed the game with only 2 pitchers. This is considered a victory led by the Dodgers' teamwork. The relief pitchers are showing signs of fatigue, so Glasnow likely took the mound today, intending to pitch long innings from the start to give them a rest. I want to express my respect to Glasnow and Scott. They were wonderful. Shohei Ohtani ended the game with no hits. He continued to swing at low balls out of the zone, resulting in swinging strikeouts. And I was very worried because the quality of his at-bats was quite poor. His swing timing was also delayed, and I felt that even Ohtani might be feeling some exhaustion. However, seeing him hit an ordinary fly ball to center field in his final at-bat made me feel relieved. Finally, the ball went up. Finally, he was able to put a swing on a ball at a height that becomes a fly ball. Before that, Ohtani was swinging at balls out of the zone, to the point where it seemed he couldn't distinguish between hittable and unhittable balls. He was in that state he gets into when his condition is poor, chasing the pitches. But in that final at-bat, which was a center fly, he firmly put a swing on a hittable ball. Just that fact alone will be the trigger for his recovery. So even though it was an ordinary fly ball to center, I felt greatly relieved. From the next game against the Cubs, he will likely start hitting as if he were a different person. The season has only just begun. Expectations for Shohei Ohtani this season are naturally high as a hitter. But there are also high expectations for his performance as a pitcher. I want to continue focusing on Shohei Ohtani, hoping that at the end of the season, both the Home Run King title and the Cy Young Award will be in his hands. That is all for today. Thank you very much.